South Africa is a pitiful country when it comes to violence.
Violence is in everything of our lives. What causes violence? Who are the perpetrators? How do they perpetrate?
The society taught us that we should be obedient. We should actually succumb to all the violences that are inflicted on us.
We want to expand the net of culpability.
We have the highest rates of violence against women, yet we're the only country in Southern Africa that doesn't have a national strategic plan to address this violence.
I lose hope, I lose faith. I cannot see a world that exists without violence. I know that I have to do the work. I know that I have to fight on. I know I need to do this for my daughter, but it doesn't seem possible.
So I come from a family of girls, and yeah, that's all I've known most of my life, with one boy in my life, my brother. And safety was always an issue at home, living in Khayelitsha. A lot of violence happening in the Eastern Cape and in the rural areas. Because I remember one time when when I wanted to go swim, my grandmother said, "Do not go if your uncles are not there. We don't want another rape case." Sometimes you have to be the sacrifice in the family. As I said, that I have one brother at home. Whenever there's gangsterism happening outside, and then there's someone who needs to go to the shop, we can't send him there. My mother has to sacrifice one of the girls to go to the shop, because chances are they won't kill me, but something else might happen, but I'll come back home alive.
The worst is that we rely so much on a system that the state has crafted because of this promised right of the right to safety and security. So we rely on the state to actually provide that, or that when we are grieved, to actually offer us a sense of justice because of the pain that we have experienced, and not just thinking about transforming how the state responds and actually grants us a justice that we do not understand, but also how we position the issues of violence at the center of society. So if society doesn't transform in the way in which it deals with violence at all those levels, we cannot expect the state then to transform.
What happened in Mpumalanga is that a lot of women were getting killed by their intimate partners and get dumped in the Klipfontein Dam. A lot of dockets were missing and a lot of pending cases, and no one actually wanted to follow that up. And then when you ask what actually is happening, they told you that the cases are closed without consent from the family, so they just decide not to follow them up.
In foster house, we lost to our brother and sister, Kosi and Tebogo, both gays and lesbian. There was a lot of violence towards women's bodies, rapes, killing, murderers, So we saw a need to say, like, enough is enough. Now we need to take action. And also, like, since it was 16 days of activism, we're demanding 365 days, not only a few days, to raise issues like it's an advert.
This movement coming up now is coming from a point where Sidinio. We are actually very tired of everything. We are tired of just being abused. We are tired that our parents must make decisions about who goes to the shop, like something as little as going to buy milk. Who's going to come back alive?
We decided to embark on a march, of which we were not granted permission, so we opted for a picket instead. We stood in groups of less than 15 near the police station, displaying placards, trying to raise awareness about the femicide that are happening in Mpumalanga.
2017, November, in the beginning of 16 days of activism against women and children, non-activists, activists, CBOs and organizations came in numbers in the theme of the community to raise visibility and awareness around the violence that is happening on women in respect of their sexuality. We had a flash mob using our own body because our bodies are the object to violence.
The reason why the people versus her is important and why people should join it is the fact that you are not alone. We are there. We're going to affirm you. We're going to validate your struggles as Black women. We're going to validate the fact that you were also part of a struggle that no one recognizes except us.
We recognize that violence exists and is used in many different places. And for us, this campaign really intends to be multi-sectoral and intersectoral and ensure that when we respond to violence, that we're looking at it from all perspectives.
It can be a space that will inspire us to suspect that freedom is a possibility, that a non-violent world is a possibility. Because when we're energized and when we're hopeful, we keep the momentum, we enjoy the momentum, we enjoy each other in the spaces.
There are people all around who know what the people versus her is. It's where you let go, but it's where you also take your power back. It's a movement that I'm invested in. It's home.